Hello everyone. In our class today, we'll be looking at how do we write given set of numbers in standard form. Okay, we have the decimal numbers, we have the whole number, we have a decimal number. How do we write any number given to us, be it a decimal number or a whole number in standard form? So what do we do? Solution. So for me now, I have 0.000067. Okay, so for me now, I want to reposition my decimal points. Okay, I want to bring my decimal points and bring it here. Okay, so how do I do that? I have to count and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here I have 6.7 times, so these ones are in multiples of 10. Okay, so I counted 5 times. Okay, so I have to introduce minus 5. So with this, you have write this number in standard form. So our result now is 6.7 times 10 raised to power minus 5 for this. Now number 2, here we have 78,000, and we have to write this whole number. This is a whole number now because we don't have a decimal point, so this is a whole number. So how do we write a whole number to standard form? So what do? We assume we have the points somewhere here. Okay, so we do our counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have here 7.8, okay, times 10 raised to power 4. So when you notice this, you have a minus at the index, you have a positive sign at the index in y. What gives you this minus is because you have a decimal point and you are doing your counting towards the right. Okay, so you have your minus, or when we have a whole number and we are doing our counting towards the left backward, we have a positive index. So that is the difference between this and this. So for the third one, we have 0.065. Okay, this one is like this. So what do? We are trying to reposition this decimal point, okay, and bring it here. So we have 1, 2, so here is 6.5 times 10. We have our movement twice, so we have minus 2. We change from standard form to ordinary numbers. Okay, all these numbers are in standard form. How do we change them to ordinary numbers? So the first question, we have 9 times 10 to the power 2. Here we have 3 times 10 to the power 5, 6 times 10 to the power minus 1, and here we have 3.4 times 10 to the power minus 3. But when we look at these questions, when we look at the power of 10, some are positive, okay, while some are negative. So how do we resolve this into ordinary form? So solution. So let us start with this. We have 9 times 10 raised to the power 2, and when you look at this, you know that 10 raised to the power 2 is says as saying 10 times 10. That gives us 100. Okay, so we can. This one is in index form. We can put this in the product form, which is 100. So when we multiply 9 with, when we translate this from index form to a product form, like 10 times 10, okay, we have to be 9 times 100. That gives us 900. Okay, so the result of this 10 to the power 2 is 10 times 10. When you multiply this 9, you have it to be 900. So the second one is we have 3.6 times 10 to the power 5. So for 10 to the power 5, you have it in index form. We can write it in product form like this. So here we have 3.6 times, for 10 to the power 5, it means we should repeat our 10 5 times and multiply it with one another. We have 10 times 10 times 10. This is the fourth one, this is the fifth one. Okay, so when we do this, we have 3.6, okay, times So for 10 raised to the power 5, since we have 1 to be common, so let's bring back our 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 zeros. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is like 100,000. Okay. So now that I want to multiply this with a decimal number, so I'll be having 36. Okay, because I shifted the decimal points once, so I have just 4 zeros left. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I have 360,000. Okay, for the second one. So I can easily transform this back to this. So for the next one, I have 6 times 10 raised to the power minus 1. Okay, so this one is 6 times. Okay, for 10 raised to the power minus 1, in our law of indices, when you have a negative index, okay, to remove this, we have 1 over this is power the power. So we apply this law, we apply it here. So we have 1 over 10 raised to the power 1. Okay, so we introduce this one to remove this. Okay, so what we have from here is we multiply this with this. 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, 10 raised to the power 1 is 10. Okay, so since I'm having the denominator in multiples of 10, so that means that I will solve this in a decimal. So how do I do that? So I have 0.6. Okay, so when you change from here to here, you have this.